been a while since I talked about Jade. I've been working with her and implementing some different things, but tonight I'm going to try something completely different based off of the main conversation that we had for working with her being somewhat cage aggressive. Really, where like every time I would open the cage doors, she would run up and try to strike. She would constantly strike the doors of her cage here whenever I walked in the room. Just like last video, she's gotten a lot better to the point where hopefully I can open her doors and she doesn't mind. I'm going to feed her tonight too. But some of the things also that I wanted to bring up now that I have some time about our conversation, I guess the first thing might be somebody mentioned, and I'm sorry if I forget names. I'm sorry if I forget names, but somebody mentioned non-food reinforcers for snakes. So I've been trying to think about that more. So that would be the opposite of tap training. You know, if I want to reward this behavior that she's doing now. She hasn't moved, she's staying relaxed, not sure if she's awake though. I'm assuming she would be awake since I opened the doors. I'm sure she knows I'm here. So I'm not really sure how to reinforce this behavior. I mean, maybe if I walked away. My camera is zoomed in, so I'm a little bit further away than it seems too, so I'm not super close to her. I'm trying to give her more space. She's been out and about a couple times since my very first post. My very first post, I wasn't able to take her out at all. But since then, she's been out wandering this room that she's kept in probably like 3 times now. And I've been able to pick her up too when we had to end the session and put her away. I just pick her up only to put her back in her cage. And she's pretty calm about that. I feel like each time I pick her up, maybe I should hold her a little bit longer for her to get used to it. But that's a little bit off of what I was saying. Non-food reinforcers. Basically backing away and giving her space. So I've completely stopped tap training her. I don't do that anymore. Whenever she is loose, I don't approach her. I just sit in the room with her and do my own thing on my laptop maybe, or read a book. And I watch her, but I let her come to me if she wants to. Soon we'll be doing environmental modification as well. So like I was saying before, whenever her new cage comes in, I'm definitely gonna add more to it. It won't be her final cage, it's just another cage bigger than this one. Oh, and you can actually see how big she is now. Except it's dark. The light's on a timer set up on the herb set. I don't know if I want to mess with the settings right now, but she's about 5.5 feet long, and this cage is, I think, 3 feet long. So she definitely needs a bigger one, and she'll have that. And then when she's full grown, I want her in a massive one. But with the environmental modifications too, I made to this one, I don't remember if I've mentioned it, but I've changed the light settings so that the lighting doesn't come on as early as it used to. It's set to come on a little bit later. So she's getting more dark time. I mean, she has some plants. The one coming in will have a taller dam height, so I can add more loose substrate to see if she would want to. I don't think she'll burrow, but she'll have more climbing opportunities. The other one's taller. It has a shelf, but I can also add, I was thinking about adding a branch in there as well, vertical, for her to also climb up onto. I'll have lots of fake plants in there. When she's in her end cage, I'm hoping for it to be bioactive with live plants. But that's one of the modifications I made, just giving her a little bit more dark. That seems to have helped a little bit, I think. So going back to the tap training as positive punishment, I understand more now about that. It's not necessarily that it's a punishment as that it's cruel, that it hurts her in the way that somebody might think a punishment is. It's not like that. It's just that there's different ways to modify behavior that could be more effective, that will be better for her psychologically, whether it's quicker or not. Tap training might be quicker, but that doesn't necessarily mean, if it is quicker, it doesn't mean that it's better for her psychologically. So it's all part of the operant conditioning that I've read up on so I can understand better. That's just a way to change behaviors with reinforcement or punishment. And tap training is considered positive punishment, like Carrie and everybody else was telling me. It's, by definition, positive punishment is adding something undesirable to stop a behavior. So by tapping her on the head or touching her on her body, we're adding touch in order to signify that she does not get what she wants. So it's positive because we're adding a touch. Punishment, she doesn't get what she wants. Hopefully that's a somewhat good explanation. What we're looking for is positive reinforcement. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm still learning. But we're trying to add something desirable. So food, backing away, possibly. That might be negative reinforcement. I'm not sure. But basically what the goal is to not alert her when she's not getting something. We should alert her when she is getting something. And that will be more positive, not positive punishment. It's kind of a lot. It's kind of confusing at times to me. But I have an idea, so I'm hoping it will work. It's something I'd like to try, and I'd like to take videos of every time, because I think it would just be interesting either way. But I'm about to feed her in a few minutes. But what I was thinking is, I tried to bring it up a little while ago, but there was a study done on, I believe it was some type of python, a larger python, and the snakes are able to see green and blue lights. So I was thinking, I'm going to provide her with a green light every time she's going to be fed. And when the light's not on, there's no food. So I'm hoping that's not positive punishment or negative reinforcement or anything like that. I hope that's a good move. I'd like to try it and see if it works for her. I'll go in the cage more, like put my hands in there without the light on, things like that. See if it works for her. I mean, it's interesting because, you know, a lot of people aren't trying these kinds of things. And when I say a lot of people, I mean like the reptile community as a whole. I don't know of a lot of people trying all these different types of things. All I hear of is people using hook training, or that's really it. It's a smaller group of people who are actually trying conditioning, studying behavior. There's not a lot of people doing that in comparison to the reptile community as a whole, I don't think. So I'm interested to know if anybody else has tried this. I want to see how it turns out, and if it doesn't work, there's always other options I can try. So I'm gonna go get her rat. And I'm not sure when the right time... Oh yeah, she's awake. Hello. I'm not sure when the right time to use the light is, but that's something we can keep testing out. Alright, we're gonna go do that. It still scares me when I feed her, so we'll see how this goes. This is the light I intend to use. I got it off Amazon. It's a lot more green than in this video, so I'm assuming she can see that. You see this? Now am I supposed to give... I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't know if I turn it on for like 5 minutes, make sure she can see it. Oh, she already knows food's coming. She already knows food is coming. Maybe she's just curious about the light. But she is on her way. Here you go, baby girl. That was actually more gentle than usual. Alright, cool. So, it's an experiment. Maybe she will start to associate that light with being fed. Do I turn it off right after she takes it? I don't know. I probably will for now though. Maybe she associates plastic bags with being fed because I grabbed the rat out of the freezer with paper towel and put it in a plastic bag and let it sit in the fridge for like a day. And then I take it out and I lay the rat out so it's exposed under a warm lamp. I don't heat the plastic, I just heat the rat on top of the paper towel on top of the plastic bag, and then I just carry the whole thing in because I don't want to touch it. But yep, I'm open to feedback and ideas. Thanks guys, bye!